This is the second talk on tools for effective listening, in which I shall talk in brief on some of the interventions which could be used when we deal with clients, whether they be our actual clients or whether they are students or anyone we talk to. They are very simple techniques and interventions for listening. There will be a brief intro after which I will give an example that explains what it means. So I will cover restating and paraphrasing, using open-ended questions, accepting, verbalizing the implied, seeking clarifications, and silence. When you restate or paraphrase, it means that you are repeating the main idea. The main idea is expressed. It intends to check out if you have correctly understood what the client has said. It's a statement that demonstrates, here's what I understand, is that correct? It lets the client know what feelings are being heard and what is being understood. This understanding and this response promotes the exchange in the conversation and helps the conversation grow and develop. So if the client says, I've met a lot of people but don't really feel connected yet, you could say something like, you're wanting a deeper relationship with your peers. How do we use open-ended questions? Allow and invite the client to take the initiative and introduce their topics. Avoid questions that can be answered with a yes or a no. So usually open-ended questions begin with a what or a how, and we avoid why questions. So if the client says something like, is there something you'd like to talk about? That is what the counselor would say, the therapist would say, if a client asks something. Or another open-ended question could be like, what are you thinking about? How do you think that would happen? Using the how, using the what. Open-ended questions make clients, make persons you are talking to give a narrative. Accepting is another technique or an intervention which could be used. Accepting does not indicate agreement, but is non-judgmental in character. It is simply a verbalization of the attitudes of acceptance, which say in effect, go on, it's safe. It's okay to express how you feel, because the client is the one who is of importance. Whatever they say, we listen to intently and with open ears. Another technique which could be used is verbalizing the implied. Here, we voice what the client has hinted at or suggested. So if a client says, I don't know what to do on campus, it sometimes seems like everyone is partying. You could say something like, it sounds like you don't want to drink and are looking for some other ways to socialize. What the client has hinted or suggested. The counselor or the teacher or whoever is concerned, the caregiver, could also seek clarifications. Clarifications seek to make clear that which is not meaningful or that which is vague. And so we could have an innocuous question like, have I heard you correctly? Correct me if I understood you wrongly. A very important technique and intervention is silence. We often assume that when there is no talking, nothing is happening. Silence may seem to be a void in the conversation, a wasted spot of time. We feel uncomfortable and hurry in to fill the air with words at any cost. Take your time. Don't panic. Silence is a sign of good listening and empathy. Really tuning in to another person takes time and effort and care. If we want to communicate understanding, if we want to paraphrase, it takes a few moments of silence to process what we have heard and then to rephrase what we understand. Or just keeping silence can bring about something in the client who might then spontaneously say something. Therefore, to summarize, be attentive, be patient, be pleasant, be engaged, accepting, silent, and empathetic.